Hi, I'm Marilyn Rittenberg, and this is our renovated kitchen. We moved in here in 2019, and I knew as soon as I stepped into the kitchen that it needed to be redone. But after somewhere along the 45 years of marriage, I have learned I can't blurt that out to my husband when we move into a house. I need for him to figure that out on his own, and it goes so much better. My husband had spotted cabinet coating kings here in the neighborhood, and he had taken a picture of that and then gone and downloaded off their website their contact information. And I came home that afternoon and grabbed that, and I called and just left a message, and Alex called right back and offered to come in the next morning. So he got over here, and we were impressed with Alex's straightforward manner of presenting what he could do. I had a background in renovations and interior design, working down in Miami for 10.5 years with Grove Gallery and Interiors. So I understood what needed to happen, and I also had managed subs in a smaller way, certainly not taking on kitchens and baths, but doing other things. So I knew how to manage subs. And when I was listening to Alex, I could tell that he did too. And he was really stressing his team and what he expected from his team. And it was like, that's what I need. So Alex threw out a date. He threw out 2 dates. They were about a month away. One was March 13th, and the next date was March 20th. Now, I know that March 20th is getting really close to Easter, and I've got little grandkids, so I did not want anything that close. I said, I'll take the 13th. And so I had 3 weeks at that point to then go out and select countertops and backsplash and get my paint colors figured out, because I had, been just thinking and looking, but not really deciding. I knew I needed a light kitchen because this kitchen was black. Yes, it was dark black cabinetry. And as you can see, there is no windows in this kitchen. And I definitely needed light, but I didn't want to do white. I had asked him when he came to bring some examples and a book of whatever he had, and he showed me the website. And so I looked at the reviews of what people had said about him and the pictures that he had done of rooms. So I looked at that. He also brought together a packet of paint colors. But since I had a background in design, I said, well, yeah, they're great, but I want to pick my own. I got to make up my own. So I got busy with it. Benjamin Moore Fan Deck, and that's what you're seeing here. And so this color is Athena, which you can see probably is not white. It certainly is a neutral, and it's very light neutral, but it is not all the way to white. And this piece here, I knew I needed a contrast because I thought there was too much of the white. So I knew I needed a contrast. So I picked this 2 colors to show my husband. So we went that way. And that is Knight's Arms, which is a weird name for that. And it's like this, medieval knights. That's Knight's Arm. And this is also Benjamin Moore. So now let's talk a little bit about Alex and his team. Alex is, I would say, is the rainmaker. He's the one that lines up the clients. He is the first line and the last line of communication. And you will hear from Alex every morning via text. And he has a very professional contract that you need to fill out and sign and send it back to him. And then you're off to the races. I needed to have a backsplash. And that's when I had met Alex's GC, which is Gene Gamble. And Gene, oh my God, Gene is immaculate. He's so professional. He's so friendly, and gives you the feeling that he's very confident and competent. So Gene's team came in, and they, had to cut down the level, because this was a 2-tier counter right here. It was bar height. And I did not want bar height. I never liked that bar height. And Jean's people came in and they cut that down. That took about a day. They did the demo. And Alex had recommended that we do a couple of things to the kitchen. We could have pull-out drawers, which we did pull out drawers over here for my pots and pans, which I absolutely love. And he has a great carpenter on hand that can do that. So that we built the pull-out drawers, one for pots and the other side for pans on either side, because this old girl is only going to get older and she's not happy about getting down on her hands and knees and getting out heavy pots and pans. The other thing Alex recommended is that we build out the refrigerator. We have a panel here because I really didn't like to see that refrigerator when I came into the front door. So we built this wood panel here, and then we pulled out the cabinetry above so that it really looks like it's a surround. So that's what we did in the way of carpentry here. And that man was in here, took the measurements, then came back with the raw material, then made sure that everything was perfect, set it in, and then Jean's team came back and they did all the painting. So they did arrive on Monday to start doing the actual painting of the cabinetry. So they came in and everything had been painted had been taped and sealed off with plastic. So all the appliances and everything were protected because we were keeping all of our appliances. They are new. And the next thing they did was then come in and take off all the doors and remove them and take them back to the shop. And then the following day, a gentleman came in and started painting here. And that went really well. They put a primer on, and we actually thought that was the paint for a moment because it was a white. And even just the primer looked great. After you have black cabinetry, you're thrilled to have just the primer on. It looked so good. And then the 2 following days was applying the paint. And I know that Alex uses the color spectrum of, with Benjamin Moore, Sherwin-Williams, or whoever you select. But then he has an Italian company, a paint company, that gives you this quality. And it is for somebody who's worked in the furniture business for at least 10.5 years and seen very high quality paint finishes. This is what you're getting. You're getting a fine furniture finish on your cabinetry, not just, a paint job or that you might see some paint strokes in some spot. You're not. It is so beautifully done. And we had a couple of, tiny little glitches where I wanted to be able to use that dishwasher, over the weekend. And Jean made time to get over here and have Juan, his right-hand man, come in here, and they hooked back up the dishwasher and the sink for us because he happily came over and got that done on a Saturday for us. I mean, that's the kind of service that they provide. So all of Alex's people are really top-notch. You felt comfortable being around them. You knew that they were there for business, to get in, make it happen, and get out. And no delays, no sloppiness. They would clean up the job site after, each day and get that done. The Backsplash, Jean's team put in the Backsplash, which we were thrilled about. And they told us how to care for it and what cleaning products to use. So that made me feel very comfortable. And I guess in the end, I would say about cabinet coating kings, you will meet companies along the way that you really, really like them. That you would like them as friends, but they're not efficient enough. Then you will have GCs and subs that are incredibly proficient and efficient in what they do, but they're strictly all business. And when they walk out the door, that's the end of them, and you don't feel a warmth. Alex has managed to do both, and that is very, very unusual in this building industry. It's very unusual to have the competency and the warmth and the friendliness.